Well, hey y'all, Rhonda here. Welcome to my kitchen. So let's cook some supper, okay? Y'all come on in. Good evening. How y'all doing? Welcome, y'all. Come on in. Y'all come on in and have some supper. I'm going to be fixing some lasagna today. And before I start doing that, I want to make my blueberry cobbler. Now, Randy said he's never heard of a blueberry cobbler. And I'm like, you're kidding. He's like, no. The only kind of cobbler I have never heard of is a pear cobbler. Have y'all ever heard of a pear cobbler? Because I haven't. Now, I'm going to try using this 8x8. That's an 8x8. And I got a stick of butter. You don't have to use the entire stick, but that's what the recipe calls for. So, I'm going to open this up. And this is salted. I normally don't ever buy unsalted. I like salted. And I'm going to stick this in a 350 oven, and I'm going to melt it, and I'm going to melt it until it starts bubbling a little bit, because I like for it to turn a little bit, not really brown, but I like some little brown pieces in it because it makes it so much richer. All right, I'll be right back. Now, I call this recipe a one-cupper. I do. And what you need is self-rising flour. That's what it calls for. So, I've got some white lily, self-rising, unbleached flour. And I'm going to put 1 cup. I'm going to try to get 1 cup, that is. I want to measure it as close to 1 cup as I can. All right. 1 cup of flour. Then we need 1 cup of granulated sugar. There's a lot of cobbler recipes out there, but I tell you, I think this one's probably the easiest one. Alrighty, and then I'm gonna get a whisk. And I'm gonna whisk that together. Now this self-rising flour, it already has salt in it and your baking powder. You just wanna break everything up and combine your sugar and your flour together. Alrighty. Then you need 1 cup of milk. Make sure that's 1 cup. Make sure it smells right. You don't ever know. You have to check it. Is that 1 cup? I think I put 1 cup. Alrighty, so you got 1 cup of milk, 1 cup of flour, and 1 cup of sugar. Mix that up. And it's good to let this batter sit for a few minutes. It really does help it. It's kind of like pancake batter. You know, it always seems to help when you let that sit. I'm going to put in a little bit of vanilla, real vanilla. And this is Watkins. I've got to order me some more bean paste. They went up on the daggone price. They sure did. And that's it, y'all. That's it. Simple, delicious, and easy. Great for any occasion. You can use any kind of fruit you want. You sure can. Alrighty, and I'm using Great Value blueberry pie filling. And I'm just going to scrape the side of my bowl here. And you don't want to stir it to death. Just make sure you get it mixed up. And it's not a real thick batter. And if you had some lumps, don't worry about it. It's not going to hurt a thing. And that's it right there. So I'm going to wait for my butter to finish melting. And we're going to pour this in there. And then we're going to spoon in this pie filling. And we're not going to stir it. You do not want to stir it. Okay? Just spoon it on top of it and put it back in the oven. About 40 minutes. 35, 40, 45 minutes. Just until it's, you'll know when it's done. You'll know. And look at all them blueberries, y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna set this aside for a minute and put my stuff up, and I'll be right back. Now I have a pound of ground beef, and I have 2 jars of the Kettle, ragu Kettle, and it's really good. They've got the roasted garlic and one other one, I can't remember. I have some lasagna noodles. I have a green pepper that's fixing to go bad, and I have a couple of onions. Now I do have some mushrooms, but I'm going to use these canned mushrooms instead because I want to save my mushrooms for something else. Okay. And I do not have any I did not get any ricotta because my husband can't stand ricotta. So I'm probably gonna put sour cream or something else in it. I mean, it's as long as you have some kind of white sauce. I don't think it matters. But ricotta really don't have that much flavor. I don't know why he doesn't like it. His daddy doesn't like it either. Go figure. Randy don't like it. Okay, so I'm gonna get my ground beef in my skillet over here and chop my onions up and everything and get it all put together and saute it. Okay, got my lasagna noodles. I got 2 jars of this ragu Kettle. It's really good. They have the roasted garlic, and it's one more I think they have. I have a couple of onions. I have a green pepper, and I have some canned mushrooms. Have some ground beef, and I do not have any ricotta because my husband cannot stand it. I don't know why, because it doesn't have a heap load of flavor. And well, I have some cheese, of course, and we're gonna put this thing together. And I have some garlic, a couple of cloves of garlic. I do not like garlic. I don't mind the garlic paste, but I just can't get past that garlic taste anymore. I don't know, it's too vinegary or something. And that's just me, you know, that's just me. All right, y'all, see that brown in that butter? That is richness. It is delicious. So if you want to, you know, do that, you can. You don't have to, but just be careful. Now I'm taking this brush and I want to go up the sides of it so it won't, you know, stick so much. Just stir that up a little bit because that's all that fat in the butter, little milk solids, and it's so good. It almost tastes like brown butter. It's almost brown butter. leave it in there a little while longer and it will be. Okay. Now I'm gonna pour my batter in this hot dish. This is a very easy dessert. And it tastes like you put a million things in it to make it taste good. Especially when you brown that butter a little bit and get those solids brown. And now we're gonna take our blueberry pie filling and we're just gonna spoon it in. Now I could have used a bigger dish, but I just didn't want to. I wanted to use this size. And you just wanna drop it here and there. And if it's too much, just put the rest of it in the refrigerator and use it for ice cream. That's what you can do. And this is probably gonna rise up pretty good. Believe it or not, I used to be allergic to blueberries, knock on wood, and the last few times I've tried it, it hasn't bothered me. So go figure. You can be allergic to something and then one day not be allergic to it. Okay, there we go. That's it. Alrighty. Now, we're gonna put this in the oven like that. Like I said, don't stir it up. Just put it in there and leave it. And it'll bake up beautifully. And if I'm remembering correctly, I think it takes about 40 minutes. Just keep your eye on it after 35, 40 minutes. I like mine a little gooey. I don't like it well done. But I always wind up not getting it the way I want it. All right, I'm gonna stick it in the oven. This cobbler is great with vanilla ice cream. In my chopper, I've got 1 green pepper, 1 onion, and 1 carrot. I wanted to incorporate some carrot. Gives it a little bit of sweetness. And I want to do it, you know, fairly small. Like that. And if I don't use all these vegetables, I can definitely use them for something else. Okay. So I've decided I'm going to saute my vegetables first. And then remove them and then cook my hamburger. And I have 2 cloves, and I could have done more, but I think that's enough, of garlic that I'm gonna put in after I cook these for a few minutes because I don't want to burn my garlic. Okay. I'm gonna cook them all. See what it looks like after I cook it. Because that was a small onion. When you use this chopper, for some reason it makes it look like more. Now my sauce for my lasagna has got pretty much all the seasoning it needs, but I am gonna add a little bit of Italian seasoning. And that's got everything in it, so you don't have to add oregano. A lot of people just add everything, even though it's already in that. And I'm gonna do a little bit of onion powder. And a little extra garlic powder. And that one ain't open, so I can go for this one. Yeah, I try not to do that sometimes, you know, when you're adding a blend and it's got all of just about everything in it, but then you're adding more of the individual spices that's already in the blend. Y'all get what I'm saying? So sometimes it makes it too strong, I think. So here is my cobbler. Now I probably, like I said, the recipe calls for 1 stick of butter. You might want to do a half a stick. But there we go. And I don't cook mine all the way because, like I said, I like mine with the look. I'll show you when I cut it. But it smells wonderful. Okay, I just want to show you that. Now, I did not use all of these vegetables that I sauteed. I'm going to freeze the rest of it and use it in something else, soup or something. Randy's daddy loves soup. I could use it in something like that, or spaghetti sauce. Next time I make spaghetti. Okay. I'm gonna open up a jar of this. I'll put the lid back on it. I'm gonna turn it upside down because I don't want to put any water in it. I'm gonna let this simmer for about 15 minutes just to get, you know, let them get incorporated and get married and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if I'll need both jars or not. I'm thinking that I may not. Sometimes I add some fire roasted tomatoes. And I do want to add about a teaspoon of granulated sugar just to cut that acid a little bit. You don't have to. Okay, there we go. I think that's plenty. I don't think I need that other jar. I'm gonna switch burners because that one takes so daggone long over here. Let that burner cool off a little bit. I don't want to pop it all over the place, y'all. Would y'all like some coffee? Well, my head didn't hurt today that bad. I started taking some antibiotics because I think I had a sinus infection. I'm pretty sure I did. And it's getting better, so I'm pretty sure that's what it was. You know your body, right? You were boiling a second ago, you turkey head. That's what I'm telling you, this stove is contrary. Dun, 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 dun. Now for the cheeses, well, first of all, I have some fresh parsley. And I do have a block of fresh Parmesan, but I'm not going to use it because I need to use this before it goes bad. And I have some mozzarella, and some sharp cheddar. Y'all, if we don't get some rain soon, I don't know what's going to happen. My Japanese maple is looking thirsty. And I told Randy, I said, I can go out there and water the stuff. He said, well, you better not, because if we don't get any rain, our well's going to dry up. My well has never dried up, and I have seen it worse than it is right now. And I told him so. I've seen it to where in Greensboro, North Carolina, back in the early 2000s, I think it was, I have seen the major lakes, seriously, they were dried up, like dried, completely empty. I mean, it looked worse than the Euphrates River. Okay, I'm gonna make my bechamel. I've got 2 tablespoons. I guess that's tablespoons. It might be 2 teaspoons, but I think it's 2 tablespoons, y'all. Of butter in this little saucepan here. And I'm gonna let it get pretty hot, and then I'm gonna add some flour. Now, most bechamels put sorry, y'all. Most bechamels put nutmeg, they have a little nutmeg incorporated. Now, I don't hate nutmeg, but I don't really care for it in my sauces, or I don't mind a little bit in a dessert, but I just don't really care for it in, my sauces. Okay, 2 tablespoons of butter, melted. 2 tablespoons of plain flour, any kind of flour is fine. And some pepper and salt. Now, most people incorporate, or most recipes have nutmeg in their bechamel sauces. I don't care for it, but feel free to put it in yours, okay? I don't care for it. And now I'm going to add some milk. And you're probably going to need about, let's see, I'm not sure, probably a cup of milk. We'll see, or a little more. We'll get that mixed up. You do not have to use hot milk, warm milk. Cold actually makes a smoother sauce. They've changed the rule on that, y'all. But in this sauce, I'm going to add some, hope that don't boil over. I'm going to add some Parmesan cheese. Now, I think, if I'm not wrong, or I don't think I'm wrong, I think originally, now, I don't know, y'all tell me if I'm wrong. They use bechamel in Italian lasagna. I've seen it done. Now, I don't know if that's, you know, an original thing or not. But let me know if you know. I could Google it, but I just don't have time. And you want it a little thick, you know. And that's all it is to it, guys. And like I said, you could add your nutmeg if you wanted to. I do have fresh nutmeg, but Randy would probably have a fit when he tasted it and said, what is that flavor? I put a little bit of olive oil in my pasta water because I feel like that it does help some of keeping your pasta from sticking. Now, I don't know. I had to change pots, so it might stick anyway. Because my pot wasn't big enough, y'all. You know? Just a little bit more milk. So it's about a cup of milk, y'all. Maybe a little more. So that's 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of flour, salt and pepper, and some milk. And if you want it richer, you could definitely use cream. I want to be able to spread it, y'all, because it will thicken up more too when it starts to cool. And these are non-scratch pots, so I'm not worried about the whisk. Now I need to see if I got enough salt in that. Well, actually, I don't have to worry about it because I'm putting some Parmesan cheese in it. You don't have to do that either, but I am. Just to make it a little richer. And this is an easy sauce to make. I use this sauce when I make croque monsieurs. There's several different recipes for that, or croque madame. I used to do a lot of French cooking, which I'm thinking about starting that up again. I would make a lot of French desserts. If y'all would like to see some of that, leave me a comment and I will definitely do that. It's like one recipe, you just take a plain piece of loaf of bread, roll it out with a rolling pin, and put it in a cupcake liner. I mean, not a liner, but a cupcake pan, greased, of course. And take your raw egg and pop it in there, and put some good ham in it, and some white cheddar, like sharp white cheddar, like that Cracker Barrel cheddar, and put some bechamel on top and bake it, and then it's beautiful. I have some on my Facebook, and when you cut it, the egg just, you know, the yellow's still runny, and it's the outside of the bread's crispy. It's so good. And if you don't like ham, you can use bacon. Now, y'all, look at that beautiful sauce. Look at that, with that cheese in it. Now, you're going to tell me that wouldn't be good on lasagna? Oh, yeah, it would. As your white sauce? Absolutely. Look at there. Baby. You know, I said ricotta didn't have much flavor, but it has some flavor. It does. And this kind of tastes like ricotta with Parmesan in it. I swear it does. Look at that. Beautiful. I could take a piece of bread right now and dip it in this sauce. And it'd be so good. Now, you could make macaroni and cheese like this too. Make this kind of sauce and throw you some cheddar cheese in it and mix your noodles up with it. That'd be really good. You wouldn't probably want to make it that thick at first, but it's good. Now, if you make this sauce and it gets real thick, you can add a little bit more milk, put it back on the stove and warm it up, or just add some milk and stir it up real good. This thing got hot in here. All right, let's put this thing together, y'all. All right. Okay, now I've got my cheeses over here on my right, over here on this side. Here's my sauce. Now I'm going to put down some sauce first. Now I did spray my casserole dish with a little bit of vegetable spray. Preheating my oven to 350. And you want to put your sauce down first. Even if you sprayed it, you want to make sure it's not going to stick. And my lasagna noodles, I didn't cook them up, 100%, because I want them to, they're going to cook some more. And I put cold water over it so I could pick it up and handle it. Some of them broke, and that's okay. I don't care. I really don't. It's fine. It's fine. Well, shoot. Hold on, y'all. Because you don't want it to get too mushy, All right. Now, I want to put some of my bechamel first. Let me get that. I almost forgot about it. Okay. Put some bechamel on there. My white sauce. My white sauce. It's gonna be so good, y'all. And no, it's not low calorie at all. I think things from scratch is so much better, and I think it's better for you. I do. That's just me. All right. Now, I don't put mine together like most people. I just do it. I just do it. I'm going to put a little bit of cheddar down. It smells wonderful. And then I'm going to put some mozzarella. You don't have to put all this cheese, just some people like Gruyere, Asiago, whatever. A little bit of Parmesan. Then we're going to lay down some more noodles. Just piecing it together. All right, some more bechamel. Let's do the meat sauce and then the bechamel. How about that? It don't matter. This is gonna be a lot of lasagna. I'm gonna freeze some of it. for Randy's dad. Supposed to go back to my sister's. Probably the 27th. I could probably take them some. Put some more bechamel. I know I'm layering it funny, but it's okay. You can do it any way you daggone want to. It's your lasagna. It's yours. It's yours. Your kitchen, your rules. Some Parmesan. And some mozzarella. I think I got enough for maybe one more layer. I don't want to end with noodles because then they would be like crunchy dry. Let's see what I've got. And you want your hands to be impeccably clean, as Julia used to say. Impeccably clean. You ever had lasagna somewhere and it didn't have very many noodles in it and you're like, daggone, it's just sauce and cheese. Where's the noodles? Now I am going to wait before I put my mozzarella on top because I don't want it to burn. And this is gonna have to cook at least 35 or so minutes until the noodles are all the way done. Okay, I'm going to tint it with some foil, and I have some noodles left over, so if you make this recipe, I'd probably just use a half a box. I forgot, I hadn't made it in so long. Okay. And I just make my aluminum foil look like a little tent, you know, kind of like that. And I'm gonna stick it in the oven and I'll let you know how long it took. There's the lasagna. There is the lasagna. I got the bread in the oven and letting this settle down a little bit. It got up to 91 degrees today outside. The kitchen got up to like 75. And then I'm trying to cut some. And I have some parsley. The longer you let it sit, you know, it'll stay together better. Okay, that's good enough. Here you go, y'all. Check it out. Some beautiful parsley. Beautiful parsley. Look at here. And this is Randy's. 3 pieces of bread and some lasagna. You know your husband's got it made when you take him his plate. Every day. All right, y'all, here's mine. Doesn't it look yummy? So I'm gonna taste it. Lord, thank you for this food. Let it be to the nourishment of our bodies and our bodies to that service. Bless all of my friends and family and YouTube friends and family. Amen. Okay. It's hot. That's wonderful. That bechamel, great. So y'all make this recipe. I will put it in the description box. And if you make the, I think this is a 9 by 16, 9 by something. What is it? 9 by 13. Why did I say 16? I don't know. If you make it, you might just want to consider using half a box of noodles. Because I use too many noodles. But, you know, it's just a recipe that I just threw together. I love y'all. Thank you for watching. And please subscribe if you haven't. Share my video or tell everybody. I know this old country girl on YouTube. She'll cook a little bit of something. And she likes to cook bread and biscuits. I appreciate it. I'm trying to get to that 1,000, y'all. God bless you all. Talk to you later. Bye now. And by the way, I'll be back. We're gonna try out the blueberry cobbler.